All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Wednesday, April 19th. We only got a 3-game slate. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start with DraftKings. We're going to start with Mr. Jaja. I'm absolutely not playing him because I'm going to be very honest with you. As I was watching that game, he looked a little bit hesitant. He wasn't taking open shots, and he was always trying to get something closer to the basket. And that just didn't give me a good sign. And then he already had his hand already wrapped up. His shooting hand was already wrapped. So to re-injure it in such a way that when they asked him if you're playing the next game, he was like, he's not sure, and he had all types of doubt in his mind and all this other stuff going on with him. I'm not paying 9.5K for that. I'm sorry. So I'm fading John Morant on all accounts. You want to play him? Have at it. I ain't playing him. Drew Holiday, he looks amazing if there's no Giannis. Giannis is doubtful. No Giannis, fire up Drew Holiday. Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is a playoff. Um, he's a playoff guy. He's not a regular season guy. He's a playoff guy. He plays a lot better in the playoffs. He has a motor in the playoffs, and 7,600. He's gonna smash that each and every slate. Fire him up. Tyus Jones is already priced up. Why would he be priced up if Ja was playing? Because Ja's not playing. Um, Tyus Jones is overpriced if Ja is in, and Tyus Jones is priced correctly if Ja is out. Ja should be out. Fire up Tyus Jones. The problem with D'Angelo Russell, even though his price did come down a little bit, the problem with D'Angelo Russell is AR-15, who's right under him. He has now he is running point in the crucial minutes of the game, fourth quarter. He's making the decisions. Russell's trusting him. LeBron is trusting him. AD's trusting him. Darvin Ham is trusting him. So he's like the point guard, and Russell's like the shooting guard, especially in the fourth quarter when it counts. And that's where you get all your fantasy points, in the fourth quarter. That's why you always try to correlate, make a lineup that if the game goes into overtime, you got pieces of that back and forth game. Um, I love AR-15 if he's still going by that. He's underpriced. D'Angelo Russell is priced appropriately. I like both of them. Fire them up. Conley's too cheap. Fire him up. Bruce Brown, you could take a shot. Kyle Lowry, he's going to have one more good game. Maybe it's going to be the next game. We don't know. But he definitely doesn't have it in him to have good games every slate. So you just got to pick your shot and hope that you're right. I don't know. I can't tell you which game it's gonna be, but he has one more game in him coming up soon. Schroeder's fine, 4.1K. If John Morant doesn't play, I like Schroeder a little bit to stay on the court and not get himself into so much foul trouble. So if you need a last man in, you want to play Schroeder, not the worst play in the world. NAW if he starts again. Let me see how many minutes he played, because I don't understand why his price didn't come up. He played 24 minutes and his price didn't come up. Lock in NAW. Nothing to think about. If Giannis doesn't play, you could take a shot on Ingles. And if Giannis doesn't play, you could take a shot on Javon Carter. Let's go to shooting guard. Desmond Bane will be the man of the hour in Memphis if Ja can't go. Fire him up. Anthony Edwards' price is coming down more appropriately. He has an all-time game in him coming too. Maybe the next game, but let me see. Let's see something. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Hold on. Okay. Anthony Edwards playing game, 48 fantasy points. Last game against Denver, he shot 6 for 15. Didn't these fools get blown out? Yeah, so he lost minutes to blow out. I don't know, man. Denver could actually blow these guys out every game, but I think they'll probably keep it a little bit closer. You could take a shot on Edwards. I probably wouldn't put Edwards in my main lineup, but you could take a shot on him. Strus, you could take a shot. Luke Kennard, they're gonna definitely need him if there's no Ja. What's going on here? What the fuck is going on? Oh, let's see what's going on. Okay. Today. Today. Today, please. Thank you very much. Okay. He played 26 minutes. He only took 5 shots. However, you got to keep in mind that since the trade, LA has been a little bit of a better defensive team. They're actually a good defensive team now. So you got to be careful with how many Memphis guys you play with. I like Tyus Jones. I like Bane, but I'm not going to load up on Memphis because LA is playing a lot better defense. And you know what? I'll be very honest with you. Memphis, if there's no Ja, and Ja, like, his hand is really compromised, Memphis is liable to get smacked again. And if they get smacked, these guys won't be on the floor in the fourth quarter. So I think I'm gonna I think I like Tyus Jones. I like Bane. I like Jaren Jackson. But I don't think I'm gonna mess with any other of these Memphis Grizzlies. I'm gonna just stay. There's no need to risk it. If you have a game script where you think Memphis is competitive and they have a chance to win, then you play Luke Kennard. He'll be part of that. But I think LA's gonna smash him, so I'm not gonna play Luke Kennard. Grayson Allen's in play. Looks better with no Giannis. Caldwell Pope, you can always take a shot on 4,400. No, I don't need. We don't need Beasley. Connington, you could take a shot. If there's no Giannis and Conchar, you could take a shot. If there's no Ja, let's go to small forward. Braun. Let me tell you something. I'll be very honest with you. In the 20 years I've been watching LeBron, this is the first playoff series where he didn't have to exhaust so much energy keeping the team afloat. It's the first time in his whole career in the playoffs he didn't have to do all the heavy lifting. And a lot of the casual analysts, because a lot of these guys don't watch the game, so they don't know what they're talking about. They said LeBron had a bad game. LeBron didn't have a bad game. Yeah, he missed a few threes, but he did not have a bad. He had a calculated game where he kept himself reserved if the team needed him, and he let everybody else cook. And on top of that, they should be playing through AD. If they play through AD every game, they're gonna win the championship because AD is unstoppable. We all know that. Austin Reeves, a very smart player, very small ball handler and scorer. D'Angelo Russell, we know what D'Angelo Russell is. Vanderbilt, we know what he is. All these guys are all reliable. Schroeder's reliable. We know what these guys are. Rui, he's making a name for himself. All these guys, we know what these guys are. And LeBron, for the first time in his career, didn't have to do everything. And let me tell you something. LeBron James in the fourth quarter, who isn't tired, who isn't winded from having to carry the team on his back, that's a very dangerous LeBron. Because now you got the Lakers whooping your ass, and you got LeBron just sitting on the sideline, with tons of energy if they need him. That's crazy. That's a crazy concept. With all that being said, I don't think I'm going to pay up for LeBron at 9.9K because he doesn't have to do as much. for the first time in his career. Now he might pay his salary off, but I think that someone like Butler could give you the same production for $1,000 less. And what happens when you pay $1,000 less? You have more money for other spots. You feel me? So that's how I'm looking at it. And to our next guy, Jimmy Butler, I'm gonna say something I wanted to say the first Miami game, but I didn't say it because I know how people are. But I'm gonna say it anyway because I don't give one fuck. Jimmy Butler is one of the greatest NBA playoff producers of all time. Say whatever you want because when it comes to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler shows up and he gives you everything he got. He's up there. That's that. You could research it. You could YouTube it. You could do whatever you want. I've been watching basketball for a very long time. When it comes to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler is one of the best to ever do it because he shows up and he understands the moment. With all that being said, fire up Jimmy Butler. Middleton with no Giannis looks good. Fire him up. Michael Porter's been playing better. Fire him up. I don't trust Dylan Brooks. If I'm playing like 5 or 6 lineups and there's no Ja, I'll throw him in one. Other than that, I don't trust him at 6.1K. You're looking for 36.5 fantasy points if you play Dylan Brooks. If you think you're gonna get that, play him. Remember what I said. When you're playing someone and you put them in a spot, can they pay off their salary? You got to ask yourself that question. If the answer to that question is yes, then play him. If the answer to that question is no, then don't play him. Balance out your lineups. Let me tell you something. On slates with Joel Embiid and Giannis, I win easy money because everybody's paying for these guys and they're playing, value pieces that, what's the word I'm looking for, that don't pay off their salary. And if these guys have a subpar game, you're cooked. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to who you're putting into these spots and what they could do for you. If they could pay off their salary, you're gonna cash. Kyle Anderson's always in play. Caleb Martin is in play. Unfortunately, he's not that good, but he's in play. Torian Prince, 4K, he's in play. Jay Crowder. If you're playing many lineups, you could take a shot on him. But I'm gonna try not to need Jay Crowder. Let's go to power forward. Giannis, 10.5K, way too cheap. He is doubtful. If he plays at 10.5K, you can fire him up. He will be very popular because he's too cheap, but he may not play. Jaren Jackson Jr., 9.3, fire him up. I don't think is he gonna have himself 2 very good games in a row? That's the question. Is Jaren Jackson a very good player or is he a perennial all-star? Because if you make the all-star team once or twice, that doesn't mean shit. But if you're making it every single year, then you're a great player. Let's see if Jaren Jackson Jr. can back up one great game with another one. That's what we need to see. Karl-Anthony Towns, 7,500, fire him up. Aaron Gordon in play. Bobby Portis, there's no Giannis, fire him up. Hachimura, going to be very popular, fire his ass up anyway. Aldama, no Morant, take a shot. Kevin Love, take a shot. Vanderbilt, I don't think you really need Vanderbilt. You need a lot to go your way. So I'm going to stay away from him, but he is in the player pool. Let's go to center. Jokic always in play. AD too cheap, fire him up. Bam, priced appropriately, you can play him. Gobert, priced appropriately, fire him up. Brook Lopez with no Giannis looks amazing, fire him up. Tillman I don't need. He don't take shots. And all the other centers are underpriced, so you don't really need Tillman. 5K, like, you need 30 fantasy points out of him. He's 4.9K. You need like 29 fantasy points. Are you going to get that from him? We don't know. I don't need to play him when I have legit centers $1,000 more. You feel me? All right, I think that's about it. So that's the entire player pool for DraftKings. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Absolutely appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. You guys have been doing it. You guys are amazing. If you're struggling to cash, you need help with your lineups, you want my lineups, you want me to build you lineups, no problem. Check out the Patreon, linked in the description, or DM me on Twitter. And with all that being said, we're going to jump to FanDuel. We're going to take a look at the salaries over there, and we're going to get out of here. So we spoke about John fading him completely, but he's priced appropriately. Drew, Jamal, Tyus Jones, they're all priced appropriately. Russell a little bit overpriced. Conley's priced appropriately. Gabe Vincent is okay. Larry's okay. Javon Carter, if there's no Giannis and he starts, you could take a shot. Reggie Jackson, not really interested in. The rest of these guys, I'm not playing. Anthony Edwards is overpriced. Desmond Bane is in play. He's priced appropriately. Middleton is priced appropriately. Austin Reeves, Dylan Brooks priced appropriately. Bruce Brown, same thing. Strus, a little bit overpriced, but what you gonna do? Caldwell Pope, Luke Kennard, priced appropriately. Neil Walker, he should probably be about $5K, but I'll take that at $4,500. Works out in our favor. Grayson Allen, they're all priced appropriately. And let's go to small forward. Giannis, if he plays, he's fine. LeBron James, I'll probably have if I'm playing a few lineups, I'll throw him in one just in case he goes off, but he's fine. I like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's probably a little bit too cheap. Michael Porter, Kyle Anderson, they're fine. Caleb Martin is priced appropriately for his production. Same thing with Taurean Prince. I don't see anything too crazy with the prices. Power forward. AD's priced appropriately. So is Giannis. Cat priced appropriately here. Jaren Jackson, they're all priced appropriately. Bobby Portis is probably priced correctly if there's no Giannis. Aaron Gordon, fine. Tillman is overpriced. Rui is priced appropriately. Kevin Love is probably too cheap. He's probably going to play good, 20, 25 minutes. Vanderbilt, he's priced where he belongs. And at center, Jokic is fine. Bam is fine. Brook Lopez is a little bit too cheap if there's no Giannis. And I think that's about it. So the play pool is very tight. That's my formula. It's been working for me. I'm not going to change it. If you want to, jump out the window and play, play some of these other guys, have at it. Do what works for you. But you've seen the video. You heard the player pool. I think that's about it. I'm going to go on and get out of here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and thumbs up. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.